I got to tinkering with an iron farm design and thought to upload it. It's not very innovative, it uses a lot of existing mechanics, but it is compact and easy to build. Now personally, I feel this best suits a single player world. Because of its compact design, it doesn't produce a whole lot of iron, but it should be enough for one person. But if you require an excessive amount of iron, you probably know your limitations already anyways. With 3 villagers and going by existing metrics, it produces about 350 iron per hour. Materials list will be in the description. Let's get started. Let us begin with a starting block. This could be any height, but I do recommend to build a bit higher to prevent other mobs from getting to your villagers. This is also the ground floor, something to keep note of. Wherever you want your iron golems to fall, you want to place 2 temporary blocks on that side. So 2 temporary blocks here. This is where my iron golems are going to fall. Adjacent to that, 2 temporary blocks on each side. And then we'll place beds on each of those. Now place glass on the corners. Break the temporary blocks. Now place slabs on the lower halves of the beds. Now a temporary slab in the middle of these beds. Another one. And then a temporary block. Now we'll place in glass next to this block. Go ahead and break your temporary blocks. You can put a temporary slab in the middle and put one on each side. Break this, and this is your housing chambers. After the housing chamber is situated, let's put in 2 water sources next to these beds on the glass blocks. On the third glass block over here, let's build 2 temporary blocks and then 1 spawnable block, a solid block, not a transparent one, so the iron golems can spawn. And we need to cover this whole bottom segment with the top platform. So at the very edge of the blocks, that'll do, and we'll make a platform out of that. And from here, we can break the blocks that the villagers fall into to get housed into the chamber. And then here's also the zombie holder. So we also need to break this block right here behind these 2, the water source blocks. And then we'll come back to this. For now, let's put a temporary block and then a fence. And wherever your villagers are, that's where your opening for your iron golems is going to be. Otherwise, if you were to drop close to the zombie, there might be a slight chance he'd hit him, and we wouldn't want any of that. So let's continue around with the fence. And just like that, we have 1 overlapping fence so that we can put our signs onto it. You need to hold crouch as you place signs upon signs. Before you bring the villagers up, let's put in half slabs on each of these blocks. Not the one above the villager, but the one next to it. And then we'll drop our villagers into the water. 1 will go into that chamber, or you can do 2 in that chamber, but you need 2 villagers in 1 chamber at least. So 2 villagers, 1 villager amounts to 3, and now we need a zombie in this one. However, you should put in trapdoors above the villagers before the zombie comes in. And I've been using trapdoors in this design, so it gives them more of a bobbing mechanic, and it resets their panic. You can use a name tag to keep him despawnable, or you can have him to pick up an item. Some zombies will pick up items. If you give them a helmet, will not burn from sunlight, so neat little tip to kind of keep in mind. And once we have that in place, we just need to put 2 water sources from the opposite end of the open. So right here. And our iron golems will fall off. To begin the spawning cycle of the iron golems, your villagers must sleep, so you must wait till nighttime. They'll hop in the bed, and you'll start seeing golem spawns. Now let's get to the kill trap. So you could do some experimenting and find the right kill trap for you, but personally this is the one I always do. This is just a visual representation of how they fall into the trap. The red glass represents the wall on the bottom, so that kind of lines up. And let's get the proper measurements for my personal kill trap that I'm just going to go through real quick in case someone doesn't have a solution for it. It's a 6x3 on the smaller side over here, and then we've got a 9x3 on the longer side. We just made a box out of that. So this is where my hopper is going to go, kind of away from the farm, and we'll just put in signs right above that, going along the longer side of the wall. And then we'll do another row diagonal to that. And now that we got the signs in, we could just place in a lava bucket on the center where the hopper is supposed to be. The lava will pour out to each side, and we'll have water on each corner inside on the floor. And this will directly go into the middle, feeding to our hopper right there, which is going to be within the glass, in my case, into a double chest. And now the farm is ready to go. And as I had said earlier, I highly recommend that you come up with your own kill trap, just to better accommodate your needs. But congratulations to you for completing the farm. You got one now. I do survival content on my channel. If you're interested in watching, consider subscribing. Come join the family. But I think that's going to be about it for me today, guys. Hope you enjoy the farm. Have a fantastic day.